Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete on the right side. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Siegel. Makes the grab on the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give from the gun. Fights off a defender. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense set on 1st down. The give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Takes the easy completion. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Holly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Seagal. Got his man on the right. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
He's looking to throw. Fires left. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone. You're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Cruz. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it going the other way. He's loose down the middle. Inside the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense with the scoop and score. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. That ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's loose. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. He's got the back in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Siegel. Finds his target down the middle. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Knights will have it 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. quickly complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Moves around to clear up the vision. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
The give to the left. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Swings it out to his running back. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Cruz. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that. But you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Now improvising. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
The Knights will keep this drive going.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Fires toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Quarterback checking off. To the air. It's Cruz. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll throw on third down. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll try the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They feed him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll run the option. Now the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. Slips through the line. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Segal. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. That is no good. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. There's a live football. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Wants to throw. It's Cruz. Quick strike complete. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
It's good.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Defense dropping into soft coverage. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but
oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Cruz. He's got his man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Reeled it in and just made the house call. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Coastal Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The back goes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to take a shot. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead.
He uncorks one deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
They want that clock to run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. At the 45 on his way. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. On the option. The offense coughs it up. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play that's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his back in the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Fuller. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. The give to the left side. Finds a crease at the 20. And they're able to get him on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. On the option. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's open. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And I know in talking to their offensive coordinator this week, he talked about getting this guy lathered up and going. They know that once he's got some momentum, he's really hard to stop. One of the top 10 rushers right now in the entire country, and they're trying to get him going early in this game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
On the
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Comes out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA